We're back. Another episode. Rules expert. Play scenarios. We need to get these plays right, and let's do it. Stick around. Greetings. Welcome back to the Basketball Rules Expert, the show where we take a look at play scenarios so we can get better as basketball officials. Greetings, everyone. It's Greg Austin with A Better Official. We craft video to help basketball officials get better. One of the ways we do it is we look at play scenarios so that we can adjudicate plays properly when they occur on the court in our games. All right, with that, let's take a look at our very first play scenario. A1 catches the throw-in pass with 1 foot on the floor in Team A's front court and the other foot not touching the floor. The non-pivot foot then comes down in Team A's backcourt. The officials rule a backcourt violation on Team A. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? So throw-in scenario, adjacent to the front court, thrower releases the ball, teammate, 1 foot on the floor, catches the ball with that foot in the front court, and then their other foot lands in the backcourt. Well, we know there's a rules exception. We know there's a rules exception that during a throw-in, right? So in this instance, were the officials correct in ruling a backcourt violation on Team A? Were the officials correct? Yes. Yes, they were. The exception applies when a player jumps from their front court, catches the ball in the air, then this foot action of having a foot in the front court and a foot in the back court would be allowed by rule, but that exception only applies to a player who jumps from the front court, catches the ball in the air, and lands in the backcourt. In our play scenario here, the player did not jump in the air, first of all, and they caught the ball with 1 foot contacting the front court. When they catch the ball in that instance, that player by rule has front court status. The exception does not apply when they subsequently place their other foot into the backcourt. They have created a backcourt violation by rule. Well, our crew is off to a great start. How is our crew going to do today? Let's find out by looking at our next play scenario. With both teams in the bonus, A1 is fouled by B1. Before A1 releases the try on the first free throw, teammate A2 fouls B2. A1's throw-in is successful. The officials score the goal and then clear the lane for A1's second merited free throw, then resume play with B2's bonus free throws with lane spaces filled. Let's review. With both teams in the bonus, A1 is fouled by B1. A1 goes to the line for their merited free throws. Before they release their first free throw, their teammate commits a foul in anticipation of the rebounding action, and the try is successful. The officials score the goal, then clear the lane with A1's second merited free throw, then resume play with B2's bonus free throws with lane spaces filled. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? An excellent play scenario, and one I like to review and make sure that we get correct. And there's a little twist in here that some officials may get confused by. So, when we look at the play scenario, a player is fouled. Both teams are in the bonus. A player is fouled. They're at the line for their merited free throws. As they prepare for their release of their throw-in, but prior to the release, their teammate, anticipating the rebounding action, is ruled for a foul prior to the release. That's the key to the question. And the officials rule that we're going to score the goal, clear the lane, attempt the final merited free throw, then go to the other end and shoot bonus free throws. Okay. In this instance, were the officials correct, yes or no, in their adjudication of this play? No, they were not. Here's our key component. Prior to the release of the merited free throw, teammate of the thrower commits the foul. What kind of foul is this? This is a team control foul by rule, and no free throws will be attempted. The correct adjudication in this scenario would be to recognize that we have a foul. It is a team control foul by rule. No free throws will be attempted, but the team that was offended will receive a throw-in for the foul at the spot nearest the foul. Now, we still have a merited free throw. Did the ball become dead when a foul was committed by a teammate prior to the release of the first free throw? Yes, the ball becomes dead in this instance. There's no continuous motion by rule when there's a team control foul. So in our situation, our player is due a one-on-one bonus free throw, our shooter. They have yet to attempt any. So we're not going to score the goal. We're going to cancel that goal. And that player will be awarded their merited free throws with the lane cleared, and then ultimately the ball given to the opponent for a throw-in at the spot nearest the foul. Not that I have ever screwed this play up on the show, but that is the correct adjudication of this play by rule. Play after we miss a call and misadjudicate a play, what are we going to do? Are we going to be hung up on it all day? Or are we going to have a next play mentality? In my game last night, player disagreed with the call, right? Turned to his bench, said, next play, right? Which is a great approach for players after they feel that possibly their action has been misinterpreted. But it's also we have to have that as basketball officials. This crew misadjudicated a play, but we always have a chance to get the next play right. A1 is making a throw-in along the sideline in Team A's backcourt. A1 makes the throw-in towards A2, who is standing in Team A's front court. B1 deflects the throw-in pass after it is released. A2 jumps from Team A's front court, catches the pass in the air, and lands in the back court. The officials rule this to be a legal play. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? All right, play scenario. This is a very common test scenario, one we have to become familiar with. Is it a common occurrence on the court? No. No, it is not. Right? Let's recognize the situation for what it is. We have a throw-in. The throw-in is released. A defender contacts the basketball. The ball is still in flight. Player, teammate from the front court jumps, catches the ball in the air, and lands in the backcourt. The officials in this instance rule this to be a legal play. Were the officials in this instance correct? Yes or no? No. No, they were not, right? Brings to bear some things we have to know. Remember, this is a common test question. It is not a common play that will occur in the game. It is not common at all. When does a throw-in end? Throw-in ends when it is legally touched by a player on the court. That's one of the ways that a throw-in ends. When does the exception apply? There is a throw-in exception. A throw-in exception. The throw-in exception applies during the throw-in. In the play scenario we have here, the throw-in had ended by rule. When the throw-in has ended, the exception no longer applies, and we have a situation where a player with front court status has jumped, caught the ball in the air, giving the ball front court status. The ball is gains its status by where it is contacted by a player. A player gains their status from where they were last in contact or last in contact with the court. This player has front court status. When they contact the ball has front court status. And then when they land in the backcourt, the ball gains backcourt status. And this would be a backcourt violation by rule. Hey, we've got a tremendous group of show supporters. Who is up on the show supporter big board this week? Mike Gillard, Kelly Hefner, Joseph Del Colo, Thomas Platabor Sr., and Peter Jacobson. Much appreciated and much love. And as always, a link will be down in the show notes below. And yes, indeed, I will put one up above. All right, let's look at our very next play scenario. Before the game, the officials notice that the visiting team has both a number 6 and a number 7 in the book. The officials allow this. Later, in the fourth period, number 6 enters the game as a substitute. The officials rule a direct technical foul on the head coach for an illegal uniform. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? All right, we've got a play scenario. Before the game, we recognize, hey, those numbers are illegal. And the officials allow those illegal numbers to be in the book. Shouldn't this be an administrative technical or something like that? But then later, finally, one of the players with an illegal number enters the game, and at that point, the officials assess a direct technical foul on the head coach for an illegal uniform. Were the officials correct, yes or no? Yes, they were. This is the correct adjudication in this scenario. These are illegal numbers by rule. The presence of the illegal numbers in the book just reflects that this is the roster for the team. No penalty is incurred until one of those players enters the game. And at that point, this is not an administrative technical foul, a player technical foul, a team technical foul. This is deemed to be an illegal uniform at this point. The penalty for an illegal uniform is a direct technical foul on the head coach. 2 free throws to the opponent, any player or eligible substitute, and a throw in at the division line opposite the table. So in this instance where the officials ruled a direct technical foul on the head coach, our crew got this play correct by rule. All right, one illegal number situation. Let's move to our next play scenario. After reporting a foul on white number 0, the scorer notifies the official that the home team also has 00 in the book. The officials rule this to be legal. Later in the game, 00 enters the game as a substitute. The officials rule a direct technical foul on the head coach for white. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? Okay, the game has started. White 0 is in the game. We report a foul on white 0. The table says 0 or 00, right? A little confused. And the official says 00. Wait a minute. And it goes and checks. Yes, we have 0 and 00 in the book. But at this point, they allow the game to continue. Later, 00 enters the game. And at that point, the officials assess a technical foul, a direct technical foul on the head coach. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? Yes, yes, they were. In National Federation of High School Basketball rules, it's illegal to have both a 0 and a double 0. It's not, the illegality is not that it is in the scorebook. Just as in our previous play where we had illegal numbers in the scorebook, the illegality is not that they are in the scorebook. The illegality comes when both players participate. So one player with a legal number, 0, can participate by rule, but the combination of having both now playing is where the play rises to the level of a technical foul. So either player could have participated first, but the participation of the second player causes this to then become an illegal number, and illegal number becomes an illegal uniform by rule, and the correct assessment would be, in this instance, a direct technical foul. This ruling comes from a rules interpretation from long ago, long ago. How officials, if this occurred in a game, most officials would have nothing to grasp for to create a correct ruling in this situation, but this would be the correct administration by rule. With the score tied and 2.3 seconds remaining, A1 is fouled and awarded 1-1. A1 misses the first free throw. B1 grabs the rebound and attempts a long try for goal. The try is unsuccessful, and the teams prepare for overtime. Before the overtime begins, the officials were notified that A1 should have received 2 free throws instead of a 1-1. The officials rule that the error is correctable. The second free throw is awarded, and its result will determine if overtime is played. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? Can you imagine this occurring in your game? Right? Everybody in the gymnasium thinks we are going to overtime. The officials have a correctable error situation, and their ruling in this play is that the error is correctable and that we're going to attempt a free throw, and the result of that free throw will determine whether or not the game goes to overtime. In this instance, were the officials correct? Yes, they were. It gets simple. What is the correctable error time frame? Are we within that time frame? If we are, we will correct. The second merited free throw will be attempted with the lane cleared. The result of that free throw, if successful, the game will be over. If unsuccessful, overtime will be played. Can you imagine this situation? Now, as we approach the end of the season, we have to be prepared for situations that are going to occur at the end of the game and be able to adjudicate correctly. But this is not one we would anticipate occurring in our game very often. Onward we go. A1 gets the ball in the post, drives to the basket, and is fouled by B1. The ball goes in. A1 turns and taunts B1 and is assessed a technical foul. It is A1's 5th foul. The officials allow A1 to attempt his merited free throw, and then they follow with the disqualification procedure for A1. And allow the head coach to select a player or eligible substitute to shoot the 2 free throw for the technical foul. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? Right? We have a situation where a player drives to the basket, scores, is assessed, a foul is assessed on their opponent. This player says, "I got you, man," turns and taunts their opponent, and a technical foul is assessed to that player. They are due 2 they are due one merited free throw as a result of the foul. The officials allow that player to attempt their merited free throw and then use the disqualification procedure to disqualify that player. In this instance, were the officials correct? Yes or no? Hope we get this one right. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? When a player is assessed their fifth foul, they are disqualified. They need to be disqualified at that point. They are no longer allowed to participate. We go through the disqualification process immediately and directly, and don't allow that player to participate any further. Once we have the information, ref, that player has 5, right? In that situation, we need to, use the disqualification procedure. Who will attempt the merited free throw? What, we're going to ask the opposing coach which player they should choose? No. The disqualified player's substitute, by rule, will attempt their merited free throw with the lane cleared in this situation, and then the opponent would receive 2 free throws, or 2 merited free throws for the technical foul would be assessed. Let's move on. A1 is fouled, but erroneously is not awarded 2 free throws, even though the automatic bonus is in effect. Team A is given a throw-in, and A1 inbounds the ball to A2, and who is tied up by B1, resulting in a held ball situation. The error is discovered following the held ball call. The possession arrow is pointed to Team B's basket. The officials rule that the lane is cleared for A1's merited free throws, and play resumes from the point of interruption, which is an alternating possession throw-in to Team B. Were the officials correct in this instance? Yes or no? Right, this could be a puzzler. It occurs to us in our game. We should have awarded merited free throws. 2 free throws? That means we've had bonus free throws up to that point. Maybe none have been attempted. Unlikely. But for whatever reason, the officials award a throw-in. Basketball is played. A held ball situation has occurred. The arrow points to Team B. So our point of interruption in this instance is, when the error is recognized, is a alternating possession throw-in to Team B. The officials say that's going to be our point of interruption. We're going to go back and attempt those merited free throws with the lane cleared, and then award the ball to Team B for their alternating possession throw-in in this instance. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, they were. This is the correct adjudication of this play, right? The point of interruption was alternating possession throw into Team B. There had been a change of possession in this situation. Team A had possession. Now Team B will have possession. The correctable error ruling in this situation should be, as our officials did, clear the lane, award the merited free throws, and resume with the alternating possession throw-in to Team B. A1 drives to the basket, releases the ball for a try, and then contacts B1. The ball passes through the basket, whistles from both the lead and the center, the lead with an emphatic block signal, the center with an emphatic player control. Holy Toledo. The officials, recognizing that we have 2 calls on the play, score the goal, report both fouls, and resume with a non-designated spot throw-in by Team B. Were the officials correct in this Blarge situation? Yes or no? Ay, ay, ay. Let's review. This is crazy. A1 drives to the basket, releases the ball for the try, and then contacts B1. The ball passes through the basket. We have a block charge, a block called, and a charge called, a double whistle. We have a Blarge scenario. The ball has passed through the basket. How do we resume in this instance? The officials say, score the goal? We had a player control foul, right? Report both fouls and resume with an end-line throw-in by the opponent. Were the officials correct in this instance? Yes or no? This does not sound plausible. This does not sound correct. This is the correct administration in this scenario. Holy Toledo. Holy Toledo. Ay, ay, ay. The ball went in the basket. We had a player control foul. You can't score a goal on a player control foul, can you? Right. What we have to recognize in this instance is we have a double foul. By rule, in high school, we're in this situation where we have one official on the same play, the same action between two players. One official rules a block. One official rules a charge. By rule in this situation, it is considered to be a double foul. Double foul. Okay. What do we have when we have a double foul? There will never be free throws attempted, and we will resume at the point of interruption. When a double foul occurs, does it cause the ball to become dead? When a double foul occurs, does it cause a situation where the try is in flight? Does it cause the ball to become dead? We had a situation where there was a try in flight. A double foul is ruled. Did the double foul cause the ball to become dead? We know when we have a player control foul that the ball becomes dead and cannot be scored, but this is no longer a player control foul by rule. It's a double foul. So since the ball did not become dead, the try shall be counted. And our resumption of play will be after a scored goal, a non-designated spot thrown to the opponent on the end line, right? So again, this is a review of a Blarge scenario where the ball goes in. This is the correct administration by rule at the National Federation of High School Basketball level. It's some people's favorite time of the show, the penultimate play scenario. Let's go. Trailing by 4 points, Team B quickly scores and with approximately 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Team A expects to withhold the ball out of bounds for the resulting throw-in. The timer mistakenly stops the clock shortly following the Team B goal. The game clock reads 4.0 seconds remaining. The official sounds the whistle after reaching a throw-in count of 3 to address the timing mistake. The officials rule that the game clock shall be corrected to display 1.0 seconds. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? All right, so let's identify the situation for what it is. Trailing by 4 points, out of timeouts, a team scores. The opponent, recognizing that there's only 5 seconds remaining when the ball passes through the goal, realizes, hey, we don't even need to make a throw in here. The timer erroneously stops the clock. The official maintains a count and then blows their whistle to correct the fact that the clock improperly stopped. At the time they blow their whistle, their count was 3. In this situation, the ruling on the court is since the official blew their whistle, we're going to fix what we have. The clock stopped at 4. The official says, my count was 3, so I'm going to subtract the 3 seconds in this situation, put 1 second on the clock, have a resulting throw-in. In this instance, is the correct adjudication by our crew in this unlikely situation? Yes. Yes, it is. Right? This is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the clock stopped. It's unfortunate that the official put a whistle into the game, stopping play. But this would be the correct way for us to extract and resume play in this situation. What we would want to do in this situation is, even if the clock had erroneously stopped, we can use the definitive knowledge we have from our count to terminate the game, right? If we had a situation where the clock erroneously stopped and we continued our count, right, that could be the determination about the expiration of time. We can rule the game to be over at that point and disregard the erroneous stopping of the clock. I'd say that was on the table for our crew. But when we do put a whistle, then we can use our definitive knowledge in this situation to make a correction on the clock and then resume the game with 1 second remaining. Well, we know that some people's favorite is penultimate, but we know many people's favorite is when we get to our last question. B1 fouls A1 just as the first quarter ends, and then A1 retaliates and intentionally contacts B1. A1's foul is a technical foul as it occurred during a dead ball. Team B is in the bonus. The officials, by mistake, administer the penalty for the technical foul before the free throws by A1. The officials rule that since all merited free throws were attempted, it does not constitute a correctable error situation, and the second quarter will begin with an alternating possession throw-in. Were the officials correct? Yes or no? This is a great play scenario because it brings to bear a couple of things. One is, this is activity that occurs at the end of a period, right? During a dead ball period after a period had ended, right? So how are we going to adjudicate this situation? And then our crew makes a mistake and administers the technical foul free throws before the we've done things out of order. In National Federation, we're supposed to do things in the order of occurrence. So this presents a couple of things that could cause our crew to be unsure about how to adjudicate in this situation. But the way that this was adjudicated, that was weird. Did our crew adjudicate this play scenario correctly? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, they did, right? So there's a couple things about this play that we really want to bring into our game and understand and how to do things correctly in our game. Okay, we have a foul that occurs before the horn, and then the horn sounds, and then we have a dead ball technical foul. Does the dead ball technical, is that part of the previous period? We know that if we have a play, if we have a scenario where the period has ended during that dead ball period, ref, you suck, or player A1, you suck, I hate you, etc., and we assess a technical foul, to which period does that technical foul belong? The previous period or the subsequent period, right? In the latter play that I just described, it would be, that's how we're going to begin the next period. But since we had a foul that was due to be awarded merited free throws, the activity of that period has not ended. The subsequent technical foul is then part of this period, okay? So that's the first part, recognizing that fact. We're going to, so the correct adjudication would be attempt the merited free throws due to the bonus, and then attempt the merited free throws due to the technical foul. But in this situation, our crew got out of sequence and attempted the merited free throws related to the technical foul before attempting the bonus free throws. And at that point, they recognize, uh-oh, wait, we've made a mistake. But the key takeaway here is merited free throws were all attempted. They were done out of sequence, but they were attempted. So once that is the case, this is not a correctable error scenario. Even if we'd recognized we shoot the 2 technical foul free throws, it's like, uh-oh, wait a minute. We should have shot the bonus free throws first. We attempted the merited free throws. The result of those free throws shall stand even though they've been done out of sequence. So that would be a key takeaway from this play scenario, and one that we'd want to, of course, get correct. And that's great that we've got the play correct. It's great that we are here on Basketball Rules Expert to get these kind of plays correct. Appreciate that you joined us today for the Basketball Rules Expert. If you do me a favor and hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notify bell so you don't miss out on any of our new content. Allow me to thank those who fuel our broadcast, our tremendous show supporters. Who is up on the big board? Mike Gillard, Kelly Hefner, Joseph Del Colo, Thomas Platabors Sr., and Peter Jacobson. Much appreciated and much love. Yes, as always, there's a link down in the show note. And as always, I will put one up above. We've got it for you. Yes, we do. Additional video content. Where can you find it? Where will it be? It's going to be right here. I've chosen this video. YouTube chose this video. You choose which video. And we'll see you in the very next one. Take care, everybody.